What's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania, and happy Indigenous Peoples Day. What is Indigenous Peoples Day, you ask? Well, used to be known as Christopher Columbus Day, and as a sort of counter holiday, it is instead celebrating Indigenous peoples and First Nations peoples and their histories and cultures. The roots of this holiday can be traced back to discussions and propositions regarding instituting it as a replacement for Christopher Columbus Day. And that was back in 1977. But in 2021, Joe Biden formally commemorated the holiday with a presidential proclamation. And he became our first U.S. president to do so. So thank you. We obviously have a lot of Indigenous people in the United States. We have First Nations people in Canada, as well as Indigenous people all over the world. So thank you so very much for your contributions to history and art, and for all of the sacrifices that you've made. Now, this piece in particular, I did to commemorate the event that we are running on the Discord, which is Indigenous Peoples Celebration Months. That is going from October and November, but I wanted to get my piece done specifically for today so that I could celebrate it with you guys and tell you a little bit about the event. Now, this piece in particular is from an artist. She was born in Winnipeg, so she is a First Nations from the Anishinaabe tribe. Her name is Jackie Traverse, and this piece is called Brighter Days. It is just a little snacky size piece of 45 by 35 centimeters. I started this one on the 11th of October, and I finished it today on the 14th. And like I said, I wanted to make sure that I got it done for Indigenous Peoples Day. Let's take a look at it, you guys. Now, for the event that we are running, it was a requirement that you get your piece from a place called indigenouscollection.com. It is specifically a website that is dedicated to Indigenous and First Nations people. All artwork is made by Indigenous people, and all proceeds go back to Indigenous and First Nations people. So that was why I felt like it was very important to, celebrate them specifically, and to make sure that their artists were being compensated for any of the diamond paintings that we worked on. This one, Brighter Days, isn't he adorable? Now, I don't know why it's a he. Maybe it's a mama bear. It could be a mama bear. It's very flowery, but isn't it beautiful? Now, they do offer all kinds of diamond paintings on their website. I am putting a link down in the description if you would like to go and check out indigenouscollection.com for yourself. I mean, they have everything from diamond paintings, tumblers. They've got Christmas ornaments now because we're coming up on Christmas. They have puzzles and, you name it, keychains, stickers. You should go check them out because, again, all the money that you spend goes back to Indigenous people. And this piece in particular, like I said, is by Jackie Traverse. And for my celebration of Indigenous Peoples Day, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the artist Jackie Traverse, her tribe that she's from, and a little of her history to celebrate her for Indigenous Peoples Day. Now, as I mentioned, Jackie Traverse was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. She is Ojibwe from the Lake St. Martin First Nation. Jackie began drawing as a child and was inspired from a field trip to the Wassa Gallery when she was 13 years old. But it wasn't until she was 32 that she decided to submit a portfolio of her works to the University of Manitoba. And that's where she studied fine arts and graduated with a diploma in 2009. She is multidisciplined and works in several mediums, from oil and acrylic to mixed media, stop motion animation, and sculpture. Now, Jackie draws her inspiration from her Indigenous culture and her experiences as a Native woman living in Winnipeg. As an artist, Jackie does a lot of work in the community. Her work is very woman centered. So maybe this is a mama bear, you know? It could very much be representative of her. She says, I can be inspired by ceremony, prayer, as well as kind and moving words. I love the culture of my people, and this is where most of my inspiration comes from. She is also widely known in art communities across Canada. Her paintings, drawings, documentaries, and sculptures speak to realities of being an Indigenous woman. She has created stop motion animation on missing women in Canada, another on the 60s scoop titled Two Scoops, and Empty, a tribute to her estranged mother. She is deeply moved by the injustices faced by First Nations people. Through her art, she expresses her ideas and opinions while striving to inspire dialogue on addressing her people's social issues. To Jackie, painting is truly where her heart lies. Her happiest moments are when she is painting. And I took that from the About page on Jackie's website. And as I've been talking, I'm sharing some of the pieces that I found on her website. And I have to tell you, just beautiful artwork all around. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. And if you would like to check her out, I will also make sure to put the link to her personal website in the description. So if you want to check her out, you absolutely can. And then, you know, as an honor of Indigenous peoples today, take a minute, educate yourself a little bit on Indigenous culture, and even maybe a moment of silence for those who have given their lives that we have now. So thank you again to Jackie Traverse for this absolutely beautiful piece that you've created. And thank you to Indigenous and First Nations people around the world. If you want to join us on the Discord and join along with our paint along we have going on here, it's going on through October and November. It is not an official event with like prizes or anything, but the prize is that you get to finish a beautiful piece and you get to send out some money to Indigenous people and their contribution. Now, for this piece in particular, I did just want to show you really quickly. It is acrylic. Their pieces run $19 and less, so you're really not going to spend very much on a piece like this. But like I said, it is acrylic. You can see that for the most part, it appears to be hand charted. There is some, it looks like maybe computer rendering, like when you get into the flowers and things like that. And no, I mean, it's not like, you know, a crisp, crystal clear picture. However, for what it is at 35 by 45, I feel like it's a wonderful, wonderful piece. And I'm happy that I have it in my collection now. I did want to show you that there was garbage involved because it's acrylic. What I ran into that was a little bit frustrating was like these broken pieces, especially, and ones that had extra materials on it, but mostly it was those broken pieces that really kind of tripped me up when I was getting them into the tray, shaking it out, and trying to do my diamond painting, because that is a lot that gets in the way, especially like those little halvesy pieces. You don't want to stick them down on the canvas and then realize you've only got half a drill. So that was one thing that I did run into, but it's mostly in the material that you're working with. And then this does not come with a sticker sheet, so when you are working on the you know, like kitting up or whatever, you are going to have to use your own stickers. But, you know, there's only 19 colors in this, so it wasn't that big a deal. And as you can see, I had lots of leftover for all of the colors that I needed to use. So otherwise, I mean, no complaints about it for what it was and how much I spent on it. Like, minor headaches, really. And so, yeah, I'm just really glad to be adding this to my collection. It makes me smile. You know what I mean? But anyways, you guys, I will let you get back to your day. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, and wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, I hope that you are having a glorious morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Hey, hit that like button, hit me a comment down below, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.